What's going on, everybody? Today, just kind of had this, just kind of thinking about some stuff, so figured I would share with you guys as well. And really, I just want to talk about spirituality in general and how a lot of people think that it's just this yellow brick road, rosy red, like unicorns and rainbows and everything else, right? Can be, and it does have its amazing moments and beautiful moments, but on the flip side of that, you also have a lot of dark moments. Um, so, like, a lot of people are like, oh, spirituality, like this, right? But in reality, spirituality is like this, right? Like, we have our peak moments, and then down the roller coaster we go, right? Um, And I think when we hit those depths, those valleys, you could kind of say that's pretty much what I personally consider like a dark night of the soul, right? Just going inside of yourself and clearing baggage, clearing things that, because the famous thing that people love to say is, "Oh, I'm healed. I'm fully healed, guys, and I'm ready." Right? But like, I think this is just a process that we go through our entire lives, right? Because there's so much to learn. There's so much to learn. And I would have to say, if anybody were to tell you that they're fully healed and they're good and like they just have no more issues to deal with, I don't know. I don't really know how true that can really truly be. Especially if they're going on a journey of real deep exploration of themselves, right? Um, so yeah, like that's. I just felt like it was very important to talk about because a lot of people think it's just right. It's just straight up, right? Like it's nothing but good times, right? No, not so much. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that though. Because just like anything else, right? Like we have light, right? So we know what dark is, right? And we have darkness, so we know what life or light is, right? So it's easy to differentiate of the two, right? And they both are necessary because they both provide balance. It's not that one's right and one's wrong. They're both right. Technically, nothing's wrong. And a lot of people have a hard time really understanding that and grasping that. By the way, excuse me, I'm just a little congested or whatnot. Um, so yeah, that's that's really what I just wanted to say, guys. So if anybody out there is, like I think I had like a spiritual peak probably a couple of months or so ago, right? Like I was like, oh yeah, everything's awesome and yeah, like I'm tapping into new things and everything's great, right? Um, but now we're talking about the downside, right? And there's nothing wrong with it, especially if you know how to handle it. Um, and for the people that don't know how to handle it, it's okay. You'll learn. You'll get through it. Um, Break out a journal. Start asking yourself a bunch of questions, right? And really get to the root of what you're feeling so that way you can actually feel it to be able to release it. Because a lot of these things are trapped emotions, right? We have to release these trapped emotions or illness ends up manifesting into the body, right? So, yeah. So it's very important to go through every stage, right? It's okay. There's nothing wrong. You have to feel everything. That's what we're here. We're here to feel. We're not here to ignore or to distract or to not deal with or whatever. We're here to feel. Because we have to feel everything in order to release things. So it's highly important, in my opinion, to go to these depths that are deep inside of us and, really explore these things and be like, oh, wow, didn't really realize I was hanging on to that. I thought I was over it, right? There's just a little cobweb here. Let's take care of it, right? And then, guess what? You can go higher after you go deeper, right? You go deep, and then go higher, right? So it's okay, guys. Everything is really really good, but it's about doing that work on ourselves to be able to realize these things. And you'll notice as you do more work on yourself, your quality of life will increase as well. Whether that's your body, whether that's your, the physical or what's around you, your mental, which is very important, right? So you'll notice that all those things will get better if you continue or begin to actually work on yourself. And I really just want to stress that you should want to work on yourself. And if you don't, that's okay, because everybody, in my opinion, has their own internal clock. So they're gonna start that whole process exactly when they're supposed to and not a minute before, right? So I hope this really helps, guys. So yeah, with that being said, we're now on the back slope, coming down, right? So it's good though. It's good. It's a great thing for expansion in every form, way, or matter, right? So much love, many blessings. We'll see you in the next one.